In today's YouTube video, we are getting into a start-to-finish tutorial of Gumroad. If you've ever wanted to turn your digital products into income or sell digital products online, Gumroad is a very easy tool that allows you to do that. So if you're a creator, a freelancer, a small business owner, a coach, or a consultant, you can actually build a passive income stream online using this tool. It also differs from many others in a really couple unique ways we'll be pointing out in today's video. I'm going to keep this super easy, super step-by-step. If you don't like technology, you're definitely going to like today's video. So let's get into it. All right, the first thing I'd like to direct your attention to, man, is the Gumroad homepage. And that's because Gumroad is actually a little bit different from some of the other tools out there. As we're scrolling down here, what you'll first notice is that Gumroad is a marketplace, right? They're not just a simple software tool. People can come here to discover new products, new packages, new courses, new things that are going to help improve their life. So for example, if we come here to the self-improvement section, and this is definitely something I'm passionate about, ever since I moved to New York City, and I lived in New York for around 6 or 7 years, and self-improvement was something that is kind of just like part of my DNA as a result of living there. And after that, I moved down to Miami, Florida, and also wherever you're hailing in from, thank you so much for watching this video, whether you're in the United States or outside of that. I really appreciate your time. But self-improvement is a great channel here, as you can see on Gumroad. You have some Notion productivity products. You also got here, if we scroll down here, some books. There's a dopamine texting program, aesthetic analysis. So as you can see, there's an audiobook as well. There's ChatGPT prompts. You can sell a lot of different types of digital products on Gumroad. And again, it's part of a marketplace when you do that. So people who have never met you before can discover your products online that way. So all you got to do to start selling is to click the button, Start Selling. Pretty intuitive there, right? And then after you click that button, you're then going to be presented with this screen where you're going to enter your name and email to create an account, or you can log in with Facebook, Google, X, Stripe, etc. And then boom, you are going to end up on this very simple dashboard here. So when it comes to the dashboard, I'm going to go through a couple of different sections here, and really this is just aimed at making this easier for you. So maybe you want to create a product around a course, an ebook, a membership site. It could be something else as well. Let's kind of dive a little bit into that here. So let's start with the products section. So you're going to come here and you click create a new product. And it's really as simple as that, folks. And when you come here, you can see, number one, do you want to create and sell a digital product? Do you want to sell a course or a tutorial? Do you want to upload an ebook with those formats like PDF, EPUB, Mobi, those different formats, a membership site where people are paying you on a recurring basis, or maybe a bundle where you're having a couple of different products as well. In addition, once you have a longer duration of your account, you can also do commission-based kind of services. So for example, if someone comes to me like, Sal, I want to get a commission of your hand drawing, which is, I draw like a 3-year-old, right? So no one would probably want that. But you could do a commission artwork there, and that'd be great for creators. Calls. This is something where if you are a coach or a consultant and you want to sell your calls in an easy way and maybe use something other than PayPal to do that, you could use Gumroad to set that up. And even some other things, like you want to get a tip where you're a YouTuber and you want to just have a kind of like a nice way that people can say thank you for making that content. You could then have a tip there as well, and people could tip you. And speaking of that, if you do like the video and the content I'm putting out on this channel, my name is Salvador Briggman. I love to put out high quality education, make it easy for you and bite size. Make sure you subscribe to this channel. So once we have the name of the product, I'm just going to say product name number one, just to make this easy. And we'll just say it is a digital product so you guys can see what this looks like. We're just click next. We then would have to customize the price of the product. We'll say $17. We'll make this a $17 digital product, something very entry that people can consume and just get a little bit of quick wins when it comes to any area of your life, whether it's business or if you're a fitness, coach, if you're a mentor in some way, or even spiritual in nature, you could do a quick entry-level product. You would then come here, you enter the description of your product. Now, I've been doing this for a long time. I got started in the industry back in 2012, and I've created a lot of different products on Gumroad and other tools. And I would say you want to make sure that you create your descriptions and product names, ideally in Google Documents, before you put this into any kind of tool, just in case something happens, okay? So you would have first your description. So just going to put a mock description here. You could embed a video or images. I think this is a great way to kind of make an initial impression, particularly if you think your personality is something that stands out about your brand, or you want to have your people, a coach, you want to make sure that your students are aware of who you are. This would be an easy way you could do that. You then can customize your URL. I haven't found this to be super useful on my own end, but what I have found to be useful is your domain. So if you wanted to have something that's easy to remember, you can customize your domain. You then would upload the cover photo. The cover photo, if we zoom in here, would be right here when it comes to that product image. So this is very important. I would recommend using the tool Canva. If you're not familiar, Canva is a free tool. I pay for the paid version just because a lot of my staff likes to use the paid version there. There's a lot of different other kind of information and like really cool graphics, but you can create a very simple cover photo using the free version of Canva using these specifications, right? When it comes to the width and the length and the dots per inch. You can then also create a very simple thumbnail using Canva as well. And that goes beyond the scope of this video. You can upload that. And lastly, I think this is kind of important, would be the call to action, right? So I like the I want this call to action. I do think it's great to have a summary here. So you could have like point number 1, point number 2, right? And kind of get a little bit more into that if you wanted to. And if you have any other additional details, you could also add this as well. So when it comes to the variations of the product, you have different formats or versions, very easy to customize. You can limit product sales. This is a launch technique that I talk about in some of my content and my free courses. If you want to create urgency, it's a great idea to limit your product sales. So maybe you're coming out with a new course or a new digital book, and you're only going to make this price available for the first 20 people that buy it. All of a sudden, there's that fear of missing out, right? So I think that's a really great way to really encourage people to take action there. Once you go through the product page, you then are going to customize the actual content. So the content is the bread and butter, the nuts and bolts of what people are getting when they actually put down their credit card and they purchase your digital product, and that money then hits your bank account, that cold hard cash. So when it comes to that, if you wanted to, you can upload media, computer files, Dropbox. You can add a page. You can also insert some other things as well, like a license key, an upsell. You could just paste, if you want to, the text here. I would probably think a little bit about this and the format that people are most likely going to enjoy. So you would first customize this content. So we'll just say customize here just to kind of make this easy. Customize. It's remarkably hard to write and speak at the same time. People would be able to review it as well once they consume and check out that content. Let's click publish here, and we'll get this published. And then we have to share this content. So it does look like we have to confirm our email address as well once we signed up. And if you wanted to share this, you could literally just copy the URL and you can paste that into any browser. And there you go. You'd have to confirm your email address to be able to show this, but you would have the simple product name, the photo, the icon, which we went over, the product price, the description, right? And if you want to have any other items there, you can customize this right-hand element. So that literally took us just a couple of minutes, guys. I think this is super easy. I would recommend as well specifying the category. This is going to make it so it's easier, again, to be seen on the homepage. So when people come, they start to browse or they buy someone else's product, yours is then going to be potentially recommended. So make sure you're aware of the category, and also the tags are a great way to begin to get some SEO juice. So that way you can actually start trending on the charts when it comes to the Gumroad marketplace. You get more people checking this out. After you have published your product, this is going to show up in your product page here on the left. You just click products. That will show up in your product page. You can easily, if you wanted to, you can archive that. You can delete it. You can create new products here in the upper right-hand corner. And there are affiliated products. So this is what's really cool about Gumroad. I mentioned the kind of the marketplace functionality, right? You can become an affiliate of someone else's product and sell it on their behalf. And when you do that, you're going to get a commission for doing so. So if you refer a sale to someone else's course, for example, let's just kind of go here to the self-help section and we'll find something that's a little bit interesting. This is the ultimate Notion templates bundle. So if I was talking about productivity and I went through this bundle and I found it to be useful, I could get a link for this, I could share it, and I could actually get an affiliate commission. which if you don't want to yet maybe create your own product, right? Or just kind of testing the waters, getting your toes wet a tiny bit, right? In that metaphorical swimming pool, you could just become an affiliate of someone else's products. And that's one of the easy ways that I also got started in the early days. The first time I made my affiliate check for over $1,000 was like insane. It's like magic money. And I was living in Brooklyn, New York at the time. I remember I was living with some roommates and I just started like celebrating, and it was one of the greatest days ever. It literally felt so cool to be able to make my first affiliate check online. So this is, again, an easy one where you can create that affiliate link. If you wanted to, if you're more of an established creator, you could also collaborate with other people. A lot of YouTubers, a lot of podcasters, a lot of bloggers are using Gumroad as an easy way to sell their products. So like I mentioned, there are actually a lot more product types as well in terms of courses, ebooks, bundles, and memberships. And we might touch a little bit on this, but I first want to move through this video a tiny bit just into some of these other features, right, when it comes to the Gumroad dashboard. So one of that I think is useful would be to think about a discount. If you wanted to give your community or people online a special discount for anyone who maybe follows you, or you're promoting your product and you're doing a marketing campaign, you could very easily just create a discount. Let's just say it's Black Friday, which in the United States happens around Thanksgiving or Cyber Monday, right? You could create, if you want to do a simple Black Friday discount. I've also found that certain times of the year, for example, if you're doing a birthday sale, as your birthday maybe, and you're celebrating why you're so passionate about what it is that you are passionate about, that could be a great reason to do it as well. Or going into spring, right? A New Year's sale where people are setting new goals and they're willing to consume more information because they want to move forward in life. This is an easy way. You can select which product it is that you'd like, the discount code, or you could select all products. You could decide how much you want to give people off, whether that's 20% or a certain fixed amount. And more importantly, you could even limit the quantity for that discount code to, again, get that fear of missing out so people actually start to take action. Because, man, we are so busy in our everyday life. We need just a little bit of urgency to just kind of get our attention and make sure that we're doing the things we need to do to move forward on a path in life, right? Other things would be limiting validity period. Say that 3 times fast. The validity period. That could be great for, again, if you're doing like a limited duration sale around Black Friday or Cyber Monday, or you're doing a sale maybe, going into the springtime or the summer or around a specific date or period. You could make sure that that coupon code is only going to be valid for a certain amount of time, and as well as some of the other items like minimum quality amount, qualifying amount, etc. My man, I know this is a lot of nitty-gritty information, and I do want to share with you a couple of more bits and features when it comes to Gumroad. But if you do want to just kind of take a little bit of action on ways to actually earn more income, I got a great YouTube video out there here, 7 tips to build and grow an audience from scratch. And the reason why is that if you're in the business of earning income online, you want to have an audience. Having the audience makes life so much easier. Instead of pushing a boulder uphill, it's like you're skiing and you're snowboarding down that hill, right? The wind is at your back when you got an audience. So this video will show you some of the easy ways you can actually grow an audience from scratch, and I'll include that link in the description there. Another one, if you're on the younger side, if you're in your teens or your 20s, this is a phenomenal opportunity to get started earning income online the same way that I did. So if you want to learn more about that, I got 5 easy ways to earn your first $1,000 online. Go and check out that link in the description. I really think you're going to like that video. Want to take all the stress out of fulfilling your Kickstarter rewards? Fulfillrite is the turnkey solution that puts product delivery on autopilot. The Top Campaigns uses trusted high-tech provider to store, package, and ship their products. Focus on growing your business. Leave shipping to the experts. Don't wait. Get a custom quote from Fulfillrite today. Link in the description. So let's get back here. In the checkout section, which again you find on the left-hand side, if you go to checkout form, this is kind of like a little bit more nitty-gritty information. But when it comes to this, if you don't want to, for example, recommend other people's products, or you do, or certain products only that you're an affiliate of, right? Or recommend other products and earn commission, you can specify all of that information there. I know some people probably were watching this video like, Sal, I don't want to recommend other people's videos, other people's content. I just want to do this on my own. Okay, well, you can customize that there in the recommendation section. And if you wanted people to add a tip onto their order optionally, this is a great opportunity to do that. Now, first of all, Please do not sigh and be like, oh, no one's going to actually tip me, Sal, because people don't value my work and because I don't think they will. I'm telling you that I would say at least 70% of the people that buy my products on Gumroad end up leaving just even a small tip as a way to say thank you. If you're providing real, genuine value to your community, people are going to want you to do good, right? And specifically, if it's a good deal as well, you've packaged a lot of value into that sucker and you're offering it for a good price, tipping is an easy way to just add a little bit more to that order value there. And it's a nice way for your community to thank you as well, because you're giving them that opportunity. Some other things here would be upsells. So you do need, of course, a couple of different products here to do your upsells. But if we wanted to do an upsell, you could have an offering, maybe something that's going to help people in a different way. So for example, if you're doing your fitness coaching and you have one product that talks about how to lose belly fat, maybe you're going to have another product that talks about how to tone your muscles, right? Or if you're like spiritual and you're teaching about meditation, maybe you're going to have another product that maybe talks about something else, like, I don't know, Tantra or Karma, or I'm going to talk about the chakras, right? You can think about different ways in which you can add value to your order by having an upsell here, and that will show up once someone actually buys your product and they're checking out there. So as you can see here, the type of offer would be to add another product to the cart you could select. So for example, I'm checking out with that one belly fat product that's going to help me slim down finally, right? So I look great in my YouTube videos. And maybe I decide to add another product to that cart, which would be to firm up some of my muscles. So I decide to add that on. Another one could be replacing it, right? So why would you want to do a replacement product? The replacement would be something that's a little bit higher value. So it's like, are you sure that you just want to lose belly fat? Don't you want to have, the body that you've ever dreamed of? Upgrade now and you'll be able to get my complete, digital product showing you exactly how to do this in the course of, 90 days or something like that. So this would be an easy way that you could do that, and also replace the version selected with another version of the same product if you want to do it that way. So of all of these, I think the easiest one to get started would be to add another product to the cart. You can select the one you supply to and then also the offer, right? And if you want to, you can also add a discount. So for example, we could say, hey, if you add this to the cart, you're going to get 20% off this other digital product, which I have, which is going to increase the overall order value. And it's going to also get people results faster. Believe it or not, people love to take action, and they're just waiting for you to help them along the steps to be able to get to their goal. So whether you're a coach, consultant, creator, it could be even like an artwork kind of thing you're doing or a comic, likely they want to get even more products of yours because they're already checking out. I know every time I go to a store like Walmart or CVS or even a high-end store, right, I'm going to want to add multiple items to my cart before I check out because I see something that I want and I know that I'm going to be at that store, a certain amount of time. And I think that'd be a great option. Okay, so we went through checkout, we went through products a little bit. Let's go through emails. Now, believe it or not, and this is kind of the part of the video where it might get a little bit dry, but what I will say is that email is probably the number one tool in your toolbox to not only connect with your customers, but also to drive people to other offerings that you have. So using this tool to be able to create emails allows you to communicate with anyone who's subscribed to your Gumroad or to people who have purchased different products of yours. So what do I mean by that? So first of all, if you have subscribers, you can create a very simple subscription page. And maybe if you wanted to, for example, you could share that subscription page and have people sign up to this sucker if you share it on your X profile or on Instagram or on Facebook, and you can start to get a couple of people who have never purchased your product but want to hear more from you. They want advice, they want tips, they want to have some know-how or some trends. You can very simply create a subscriber page. Then, if you didn't want to put in a lot of work, and some of us are lazy, I definitely enjoy having high leverage with my time, you could just schedule emails in advance. So you spend maybe an hour, get a cup of coffee or Diet Coke and some popcorn. You spend an hour and you schedule all the emails for the next week or for the next month or for the next couple of months, right? So if you wanted to, you could just schedule emails ahead of time and have that go out to your newsletter. This is a very easy and powerful way to then direct them to specific digital products which you then have. Now, the next thing I want to mention is a little bit advanced. So I got to give that warning. If you like something that's a little bit advanced and you haven't yet, give me a thumbs up on this video. Come subscribe to this channel to get more content like this, and also check out some of my resources in the description. But something that's a little bit more advanced here with Gumroad is called workflows. Now, what the heck is a workflow? That just sounds like, that name just hurts my brain, right? That word hurts my brain. You come here, you click new workflow. What this allows you to do is basically to set up automated communications with your audience. So for example, someone comes, we'll use that belly fat example, right? They come and they buy one of your digital products, which teaches people how to eliminate belly fat. You can then, after they purchase that product, so we could say purchases digital product belly fat, right? You can then trigger that and you can select, I want to have this product, but maybe they haven't yet purchased my other product, which shows me how to build up, my biceps. You could then say, hey, here's a communication when it comes to the workflow, right? So we'll say that, we'll save and continue. We can now create an email, and let's just say that it's even, a week after the purchase, or it could be a couple of days after. You could say, hey, hope you enjoyed the purchase of this. By the way, if you haven't yet, one of the easiest ways to make use of your time this year is just to condense your workouts. And if you're already doing some workouts around your belly fat, why not just add on 1 or 2 simple exercises to the gym, so that way you can start to tone your biceps and you really get that full effect of having a cool V-taper where you look macho, you look thin, and before you know it, your wife can't take her hands or her eyes off you, right? So just kind of making this up on the spot here, but that would be an easy way that you could do that with these workflows. So again, it could be a purchase. It could be also someone subscribes, but they haven't yet purchased. So, hey, thank you so much for subscribing. Why don't you reply to this email and just tell me, man, what are you struggling with when it comes to this area of your life? Let's just say when it comes to making money, what are you struggling with? What's really holding you back from being able to build wealth online? I call this digital wealth, because when you create a course, an ebook, and you create an audience to be able to purchase that, it's kind of like you have wealth, because over time that grows, and that will continue to flow into your bank account for months and months and years into the future. I have books and products that I've created years ago that continue to bring income into my business in terms of my business model. So this is a great way to, really interact with those new subscribers. And as well, if someone, goes away, you could say, hey man, just want to understand, why wasn't I a good fit for you? How can I improve my communications? I think that this is such an incredible tool, and something that when someone abandons the cart as well, you could send a simple email just to understand, why was this not something that really pushed you over the edge? Because I know this is a great product. Just give me a little bit of information there. So you understand workflows a tiny bit and the functionality here, and this is what I talk about in my free courses out there teaching how to build digital wealth. And one of the elements of building digital wealth is that you need to have an element of scale. And what workflows do is, in the olden days, you would have to physically mail out, right, in the traditional mail, a letter to someone. And that could be already obviously pre-written. But if someone purchased your product or they're on your customers, you would actually have to mail them. Nowadays, using the power of technology, you can actually scale this so that all of this is happening behind the scenes. So let's just say you get 100 new purchases in one day. You can very easily then send out this automated email and get 20% of those to then upgrade to the next additional product. Or if people just decide to leave your list, rather than hunting down those emails, you can automatically send them an email and maybe get a couple of those people back, or get some valuable information to be able to improve your communication. So this is about working smarter, not harder. And that, in my opinion, is really the path when it comes to building wealth online or building digital wealth. Okay, a couple of other features here on sales. This is really where you're going to start to manage all the customers that come in here. You'll be able to download your databases, your emails. This is where you can kind of control all of that information. When you start to rack up some sales as well, you're also going to get analytics. Now, I got to be honest here, guys. I got to be honest, because this is my community. I want to help you out. And, if you're not familiar, again, my name is Salvador Briggman. I want to be honest with you. I don't think Gumroad's analytical features are the best. and I think they're a tiny bit confusing as well. So I don't use a lot of Gumroad analytics. It will show you some basic information like referrers and locations and sales, and you'll be able to toggle by product to be able to see that. Personally, I prefer to do a lot more of my analysis using Google Sheets, where I'll export all of these and I'll actually create more specific tables and pivot tables and all that kind of stuff to understand everything. But the other thing that I would mention is that if you have any kind of information about marketing, and you would know that like marketing is really about analytics and understanding analytics. So what I would recommend is actually to integrate your own Google Analytics property here, so you can actually see more data, more granular data when it comes to people that are visiting your Gumroad products and pages. In addition, you definitely should install a Facebook pixel, because once you start to rack up a couple of sales, if you do what I teach, and I will mention my free course here in a little bit, then you're going to want to turn on that spigot of traffic, which is advertising. So I think this is a great option to install Facebook Pixel if you want to there, and also Google Analytics. Now, I know some of y'all are going to be like, Sal, just tell me how much I got to make to be able to cash out here. Well, I'll give you a quick answer when it comes to payouts there. All you got to do is make $10, get to that simple balance, and you'll be able to get your first payout from Gumroad. So if you are a coach, freelancer, small business owner, coach, already said coach, consultant, creator, if you got something to share with the world, this is a very easy way to do it if you're just getting started in the early days. And in addition, I would say it's something where there's a very low barrier to entry. Anyone out there, I promise you, anyone out there who is listening to this video can make $10 online, okay? It is very easy to do. So you would very easily get out a payout there. I'll just gloss over one or more of these functions and features, and then we'll kind of get more into advice and tips. But if you wanted to go into your settings, you can customize all of that there. So one of the other ones I did kind of gloss around here earlier was product type. So we went over the digital product. I'm just going to really quickly breeze through this. So you can sell a course or a tutorial. Again, you would specify the course or the tutorial amounts. We're going to say $50 there. I do actually recommend usually doing more than that amount when it comes to doing courses, materials. So you would customize all of this information. We click publish there. Let's go back to products as well. So you'll start to see again these products being populated. You would click a new one. If we wanted to do a membership site, this is a little bit different. So we'll do membership site. We'll click customize here. Again, let's say a $25 per month, where we could specify if we wanted to every 3 months, every 6 months, every year, every 2 years. You can decide the kind of membership site that you want it. You click customize, and this is kind of where it gets a little bit interesting. So not only you're going to customize the information behind the product, but you're also going to decide if there are different tiers when it comes to that. So this is kind of getting in the realm of Patreon, which is another subscription-based crowdfunding tool that's out there that I talk about on my channel and also have a book about. But you can say, for example, tier number 1, maybe we want to actually be like, you know what, I actually want to do like a $5 per month tier. And maybe we could also do like a $20 per month tier. And instead, that's going to be, every 6 months or every quarter, right? There's a lot of different ways in which you can do pricing here, which I think is pretty cool. You can add in another tier. So let's just say tier 2. We'll say pricing monthly is going to be $20. And we'll say we could have the alternative here. If we want to do every 6 months, you're totally going to skewer my math, right? But it'd be about $30 from what I understand to do 6 months. We could have 2 different pricing tiers there, depending on how much people wanted to pay. And then we could do this one. We could do $100 every 6 months there to give people like a little bit of a deal and give them an option. So there we go. We got those tiers. You can also offer a free trial into this membership, which I think is quite valuable, right? When it comes to that, so people can actually sample whatever it is you're putting out there. We then also have the content. So this is where it gets a little bit more strategic. When it comes to your content, there's different ways to create membership websites. You could do like a Zoom kind of webinar thing every single month. You could do, if you wanted to, a newsletter. You could put out new content, new transcripts, new podcasts. There's so many easy ways to be able to structure memberships online. And now we did that like in 2 seconds, guys. How exciting is that? You can decide which one you want to actually do there. So really cool when it comes to that. And as you can see here, you can decide if you were doing the monthly, you would have these 2 tiers, and you can list out again the information that's actually available there. And also you want to do 6 months, these would be the deals for the 6 months, right? So you can add that information there. At this point, you have all of the information at your fingertips to be able to begin to sell digital products online, to turn your digital products into income. And maybe the only thing that's stopping you is just a little bit of know-how, a little bit more step by step, and just kind of want to also understand, are there other ways to be able to grow my audience, to be able to make money, to be able to have that scale that I talk about? Like, what is more of the process behind that? And if you want to learn more about that, I actually have a new free course out there sharing with you how to build your digital wealth. These are the easy ways that you can start to make money from home, some of the ways in which you can maybe supplement your current income and have a new side hustle online that's scalable. And in addition, be able to earn passive income if you want to from your talents, from your skills. And there are a lot of other ways as well when it comes to earning income online. So if you want to learn more about that, go to the link at crowdcrux.com/wealth. That link is crowdcrux.com/wealth. And I'll include that link in the description. Again, crowdcrux.com/wealth. Just enter your name and email, and you'll be able to then join the free course. I'll send you an email. Reply to that. Let me know a little bit more about you. Tell me what you're passionate about. Tell me what you're working on. I'd love to hear from you and just kind of get a sense of where you're trying to go when it comes to this area of your life. Again, my name is Salvador Briggman. Hope you enjoyed this video. Leave a positive comment down below. Also, give me a thumbs up if you did enjoy this. And most importantly, hit that subscribe button so you're going to get notifications when I put out a new video. And I do try to put out quality content every single week. Thank you so much, and I'll see you next time.